Around they come, 2,200 metres, Heat 7, Thames Harness Racing Club World Drivers' Championship. Green lights, we're off and trotting. Coming out strongly here was Viscount McKendon, and the race favourite with Finnish driver Santu Ratala straight to the early lead. Brienne and Djuse on the inside, and coming forward Tinkerbell for Gianpaolo Minucci. And to take early 1-1 cover here, Pierre Vercruz and Happy Hill as they make the turn out of the home straight. Back on the inside to Kenny Hill and Australia's Gary Hall Jr. Then came Crazy in the Netherlands. Jaap van Rijn is the next in the Tangerine, being tracked up by Trifolium and Canada's James McDonald. Underneath that, as they get into the back, was Bangkok Betty there for Germany's Michael Nimchek, and getting things wrong in the early stages of the race to be detached by some 6 lengths here was It Muscle Be Love for US of A's Brett Beckworth, with the lead up time here in 43.6. And at the end of the back straight, Viscount McKendon leads. Tinkerbell in the trail is Brienne. 1-1 then to Happy Hill with 1,400 to go. Back 3 back on the pegs here to Kenny Hill, being covered up then by Crazy. Back 4 back on the pegs to Bangkok Betty. To its outside in the running line was Trifolium. And then came It Muscle Be Love as they trot into the home straight with a lap and a quarter left to go. The Thames Harness Racing Club, WDC 25, Heat 7. And the second quarter, 32-4. So work down to the Judge Bell and 1 to go. And Viscount McKendon looking to take them all the way. Tinkerbell's pressuring hard on the outside as they get the bell. Back on the inside, Brienne's had a beautiful run, and in the 1-1 then to the next Happy Hill. 3 back on the inside was Kenny Hill. They're followed then by Crazy. Further back and buried on the inside to Bangkok Betty. They're followed then by the next Trifolium and James McDonald, who actually took the lead going into this heat after his win in the previous. And back last to the winning chances, the inside It Muscle Be Love with the second quarter there in 30.7. So through the back they go. And zooming up on the outside is Crazy, and Jaap van Rijn are back on the inside to look at defend it off Viscount McKendon for Santu Ratala. They open up by 4. Brienne and Djuse up over on the outside. Then as they come off the back, Gary Hall Jr.'s managed to negotiate away from the pegs here with Kenny Hill with the back straight quarter in 29.5. And looking to run the race out, Trifolium and James McDonald for Canada. Onto the turn though, and Viscount McKendon, Santu Ratala, fuller running top of the home straight. Leads by 2. Crazy joining in Kenny Hill and Gary Hall Jr. back on the inside to Brienne. Down the outside, here comes Trifolium looking to get over the top of them too. Brienne through on the inside has come through strongly on the TFS Horse Transport passing lane, and Djuse, Sweden will get the win. Second, Viscount McKendon for Finland's Santu Ratala, and Germany's Michael Nimchek took a marker's run for a third here with Bangkok Betty. They were followed then by Kenny Hill, and up on the outside of that Trifolium for the back in the field to Crazy. They were followed in by It Muscle Be Love, and the 2 out the back here we had Happy Hill, and back with that was Tinkerbell. Around 2:47 the time, home in 60.3 and 30.8. Djuse out of Sweden, he'll get the prize here, take the maximum 16 points in the seat. They've got 2,200 metres in front of them, 2 1/4 laps here out of Cambridge Raceway in the Waikato World Drivers' Championship Heat 9. IRT, your horse, our passion. Set, ready, green light. And they're off and trotting and coming out nicely. Eagle Hanover middle of the line to go and get the early lead. Back on the inside to Voronov, and looking to stride forward Elizabeth Hill, and Pretty in Pink is also charging off. Then She's Gold, who's looking to find a position just in behind runners here. They're followed then by Son of Patrick, and back on the inside then to Sans Au Revoir. Back in the field and buried on the inside then was Huey Wallace as they turn up into the back straight, and the last pair being Trippy Tyron, and back there too now as they trot through the back, busy canoodling. 1,700 metres left to go, and taking up the running here is Pretty in Pink and Gianpaolo Minucci for Italy. So get down to the 1,600 metres and lead up time here in 43.1. Kiwi Blue Orange with a nice run in the trail with Eagle Hanover. Up on the outside sitting third and parked here, Brett Beckworth for the USA with Elizabeth Hill. 3 back on the inside then to Germany's Michael Nimchek with the Voronov, and getting the beautiful 1-1 here is the Netherlands driver and Jaap van Rijn, and he's aboard She's Gold. 4 back is Sans Au Revoir and James McDonald. It's been his night tonight thus far, with 2 winners already. The Canadian driver, 2 it's outside, then 2 Son of Patrick and Sweden's Mats Djuse. Well back in the field, Huey Wallace with Gary Hall Jr. with the markers hugging run and back towards the tail. Then we have Trippy Tyron for France's Pierre Vicruz, and back last there as they come on through now with 1,000 metres left to go. Busy Canoodling and Finland's Santu Ritala. The opening quarter was in 32.2 as they're on the homeward lap, 900 left to go. And the leader is Pretty in Pink, looking to remain unbeaten here at the Raceway. Eagle Hanover on the inside. Up on the outside, Elizabeth Hill, She's Gold, beautifully positioned 1-1. Back on the inside, Dvorinov the second quarter in 30.7. Tracking up the 1-1 was Son of Patrick. Back and buried on the inside, Sans Au Revoir as She's Gold goes. Sans Au Revoir got away from the pegs. Back and buried on the inside to Huey Wallace, Trippy Tyron, and Busy Canoodling the last as they get to the end of the back straight here. And the leader, Pretty in Pink, up on the outside, coming after it strongly. She's Gold as they get around to the final 400 metres. Eagle Hanover waiting the TFS Horse Transport passing lane. Son of Patrick trotting into the race strongly. Just weakening there with Brett Beckworth was Elizabeth Hill as they come onto the turn, and back on the inside then Dvorinov as they turn for home, and She's Gold goes for home for the Netherlands. Leads away by 2. Pretty in Pink. Out is Eagle Hanover. Down the outside is Son of Patrick, and right down the outside now is Sans Au Revoir, and James McDonald is flooding home down the outside. It's a great go. She's Gold, 4 across the track. Who gets it, I say? Son of Patrick and Mats Djuse. Mats Djuse might have got both trots on the program here tonight. From flashing home Sans Au Revoir, She's Gold was there, and Eagle Hanover in a great 4-way tussle. But I think you'll find that coming out on top will be Sweden. Further back in the field there we had Voronov. They were followed then by Huey Wallace. Well back in the field we had Busy Canoodling on the run on. Further back in the field then to Elizabeth Hill. Well back then to Pretty in Pink punctured, and back towards the tail was there Trippy Tyron. It's a 4-way go, but it'll be the 2 that'll get the prize.